Tori Roloff birth conjoined baby, but baby has died. But why? When you dream of starting a family, you imagine each perfect moment. The ultrasound images, the first kicks, the nursery painted just right. But what happens when your greatest hope and deepest fear collide in an instant? This is the untold story of Tori and Zach Roloff, stars of Little People, Big World, and the day their lives changed forever. Today, the Roloff family announced the birth of their daughter, a beautiful baby girl born joined at the chest. The world is stunned. How is Tori? How is baby Lila, or should we call her Lily? And what does this mean for the Roloff Dream Farm? In the next minutes, we'll walk you through every detail. The joyful anticipation, the life-altering discovery, the medical complexities, and the incredible strength of Tori and Zach. Stay with us. Zach and Tori Roloff captured our hearts from moment one. High school sweethearts who defied the odds. Zach, whose stature did not stop him from dreaming big, and Tori, whose kindness and creativity brought warmth to every Roloff family gathering. Married in 2015, they've built a life many envy, a cozy farmhouse on the Roloff property, a thriving YouTube channel, and the love of two amazing sons, Jackson and Josiah. By early 2025, baby number 3 was on the way. Fans celebrated alongside them as Tori posted purely ultrasound snapshots, captioning them, "Can't wait to meet you, little one." Nothing hinted at the storm ahead. Gender reveal, it's a girl. Tori's Instagram lit with congratulations, pink balloons, confetti cannons, and the clicking of bump padding hands. They designed a nursery in soft pastel hues, hand-painted deer and forest critters on the walls, and planned a baby shower that would rival any Pinterest board. The countdown began to a moment every parent cherishes, their baby's birthday. Their joy was palpable. Tweets flooded in from fans offering congratulations. Yet, beneath the smiles, the Roloffs sensed nothing amiss. At 20 weeks, during what was meant to be a routine anatomy scan, Tori and Zach's world shifted. The sonographer frowned. Tori, ever calm, asked if something was wrong. The words that followed felt surreal. "I see 2 heartbeats, but only one body. Conjoined twins." They were attached at the chest, sharing vital organs. Tears welled up as the sonographer suggested they meet with a maternal fetal medicine specialist. The Roloffs had to process this news in real time, while still living a televised life watched by millions. Conjoined twinning is exceedingly rare, occurring in only 1 in 50,000 to 1 in 100,000 births. It forms when a fertilized egg, meant to split into identical twins, stops dividing completely. The result: 2 embryos sharing skin, muscle, sometimes bone, and critical organs. In this case, Tori's girls were thoracophagus, joined atop the chest. They shared a sternum and parts of the heart, yet appeared to have 2 distinct heads and sets of limbs. Doctors warned of high risks, heart defects, respiratory complications, and the possibility that separation could be impossible or fatal. Tori Roloff: "When I heard the word conjoined, my heart stopped. I thought, God, have we done something wrong? I sat on that chair and cried not for hours, but for days. I kept asking Zach, can I do this? Can I carry them? Can I protect them?" Tori faced questions no mother should have to answer. Was it ethical to continue a pregnancy that might endanger her life? Would her girls have a chance at separation? Could they ever lead independent lives? Through it all, she leaned on faith, prayer, and the unwavering support of Zach. The Roloff family rallied around them. Jeremy and Audrey, Matt and Amy, each grappling with grief, hope, and the unpredictable road ahead. Zach Roloff: "I remember feeling so helpless. Here's the woman I love, carrying not 1, but 2 beautiful babies, and I couldn't take away her pain. I thought, I have to be strong for her, for them, and for Jackson and Josiah. Some nights, I'd wake up and just pray. I'd whisper, please, give us wisdom." Zach channeled his worry into action. researching every possible treatment, consulting top fetal surgery centers, and even speaking to families who'd faced similar diagnoses. He vowed, no matter the outcome, he would love his daughters fiercely. The Roloff clan, known for their close-knit bonds, was shaken to its core. Sibling texts flew. Is there anything we can do? Cousins sent care packages. Fans organized virtual prayer chains. In Hillsboro, Oregon, neighbors launched meal trains and churches held special services. Across social media, hundreds of thousands voiced support. Yet alongside the love came heartbreak. Some questioned why the Roloffs would choose to continue a risky pregnancy, while others speculated about potential outcomes. The couple weathered hope and criticism in equal measure. At 28 weeks, Tori flew to Denver's leading fetal surgery center. There, a team of maternal fetal medicine doctors, pediatric cardiologists, and neonatal surgeons laid out the grim statistics. Survival rates hovered around 10 to 15%, and separation surgery would hinge on shared organs complexity. The Roloffs faced gut-wrenching choices. Terminate to save Tori's life, continue risking both mother and babies, or carry as long as possible, praying for a miracle. They chose life, believing each heartbeat was a gift. They prepared for early delivery, knowing these girls might come fighting for every breath. May 1st, 2025, and 38 weeks, the Roloffs' homecoming arrived prematurely in a hospital suite. Nurses buzzed, alarms beeped, and family gathered outside the OR doors. Behind them, Tori braced for the unknown. Tori caught her first glimpse through tears. Two tiny heads crowned with dark hair, their chests bound by a single, gentle curve. Each baby uniquely defined, yet bound by destiny. "They're here," Tori whispered. Doctors confirmed, baby A and baby B, weighing a combined 6 pounds, heartbeats strong but fragile. Zach Roloff. "Welcome to the world, my girls. We love you so much." The girls share a chest wall and parts of the sternum, but each has her own heart, an extremely rare and more favorable scenario. They also have separate digestive tracts and lower organs, improving separation odds. Yet risks remain steep. Respiratory distress, feeding challenges, and the potential need for multiple surgeries over years. Surgeons estimate a 60 to 70% chance of successful separation before age 2, if complications can be managed. Meanwhile, every breath, every feeding becomes a tactical mission. The first 72 hours were critical. Tori, exhausted yet determined, pumped every 2 hours, fighting low supply issues. Nurses wrestled with feeding tubes, 2 babies sharing space but needing individual care. Each milestone, first bottle sip, the girls' first coup, felt like a victory etched in the Roloff family's collective memory. Messages poured in around the clock. In a darkened ICU corner, Tori scrawled affirmations. "They can do this. We can do this." The Roloff online community stepped up. Mutual fans organized fundraisers to cover medical bills, and artists painted Lila and Lily Roloff portraits. Celebrities reached out with video messages, "You're not alone." Each act of kindness stitched the Roloff story into an even larger tapestry of human compassion. In just days, they surpassed fundraising goals, proof that empathy knows no bounds. Now, the Roloffs prepare for the next chapter: rigorous medical evaluations, consultations with pediatric cardiologists and plastic surgeons, and the emotional toll of if and when. Will the girls sleep apart in their own cribs by their second birthday? Will mommy and daddy endure the swoosh of anesthesia and the sight of tiny chests opened? Zach Roloff. We pray for healing, for strength. We ask for grace for each other. In tragedy's shadow, the Roloffs discovered reservoirs of love. Tori's faith deepened as she whispered nightly blessings over her daughters. Zach found purpose in advocacy, raising awareness for conjoined twin research. From despair, they forged a mission to champion these rare little fighters everywhere. Today, Tori and Zach Roloff stand on the edge of the unknown. But in that place, they find grace. Their story of fear turned into faith, heartbreak into hope is not just theirs. It's ours to witness, to support, and to learn from. If you've been moved by their journey, consider sharing this video. Subscribe for full updates on baby Lila and Lily's travels. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat of their story. And remember, in every moment of uncertainty, love lights the way. More update. Tori Roloff, I'm so sick of all this little people, big world drama. And Tori Roloff merely wants to reserve the turmoil for a different family. Tori took to Instagram stories after Tuesday night's broadcast of the most recent episode of Little People, Big World, to share her favorite moment, which featured a friendly gathering with many of friends. The 31-year-old lady wrote, "This is the content I'm here for and what Lpbw should be about," in response to a picture of her husband, Zach Roloff, and their eldest child, Jackson, sharing a sweet moment at a bonfire. She didn't go into detail. She didn't have to, though. Those who have watched for a long time know precisely what Tori was talking about. Extreme animosity has existed among the Roloffs ever since Matt Roloff put 16 acres of his farm up for sale in May. This is unusual for these family members, whose reality program hasn't often been scandalous or contentious. Zach, however, strongly objected to his father's social media claims that he made an effort to give his own children an equal opportunity to buy these acres. At one point, Zach said, "My father is dragging the family drama that he created and then manipulating the fan base to make himself come out okay." Naturally supportive of her husband on broadcast, Tori has become embroiled in this argument. For a very long time, Tori and I had been debating whether or not to buy the property. Tori and I met with Karen Chandler and my father to talk about our offer. Zach spoke on the most recent season opener. How did it go? It's not good in Matt's opinion. When Zach and I finally sat down, we were really in very different camps about what kind of a deal could go on, Matt said. Zach showed up looking incredibly hot. He didn't go in to haggle. He came in demanding something. Even though Karen Chandler is reportedly tired of the chaos and prepared to leave Little People, Big World, she told viewers that she and Matt weren't talking to Tori and Zach during the show's filming. In a confessional, she acknowledged the rivalry, stating, "I know Matt's working on his relationship with them, and as that foundation gets rebuilt, I think it'll be easier for us. This whole process has been really painful. I'm still in pain. I think about the children every day. I don't have the tools to fix it." The discomfort was further documented in season 24 when Zach and Tori stated in the November 8 episode that they believed Karen was involved in the rejection of their bid for the farm. Zach responded, "Matt and Karen still believe they haven't done anything wrong. She was put in a situation where my dad stated, 'You got into family business here.' A family will never be the same as a place where you are annoyed by someone." However, late last year, Tori and her immediate family moved to Washington, and they seem to be content there. As Tori stated on Live earlier this month, it was probably best that she and Zach did not take over the farm. In the end, everything worked better. She stated, "We're happy the way things are, and I doubt that Matt and Zach would have gotten along on the farm anyhow." The father of 4 recently disclosed his intentions to turn the family's longtime home into a rental property in October, 5 months after Matt put this section of Roloff Farms up for sale. The father of 4 recently disclosed his intentions to turn the family's longtime home into a rental property in October, 5 months after Matt put this section of Roloff Farms up for sale. Joja Luke, the youngest child of Tori and Zach Roloff, turned 5 months old this month, and Tori sent her followers some updates. Tori, star of Little People, Big World, frequently engages with her millions of social media followers. Since April 30, 2022, when she and Zach welcomed their 3rd child, Tori has provided her fans with monthly updates on Zach's development. Earlier this week, Tori took to Instagram to share a carousel post with her followers. The post featured multiple photos of Joja along with a long list of changes he had gone through in September. This adorable baby with blue eyes is 5 months old. September went pretty quickly, and this little man experienced a lot. Tori started her post caption. Joja was lying on a baby milestone blanket in the first slide, which featured 4 green plant stems encircling the number 5. Joja, wearing a green zip-up onesie with a hood, was smiling at the camera as he was positioned to the right of the numbers. Joja was seated upright next to blocks that read 5 months old in the second picture, which Tori took of him by having him put out his tongue a little. For the final photo, Joja had some tummy time. He was still wearing his green romper and chewing on his fingers when he paused to smile and show off his beautiful blue eyes to the camera. Although Joshua hasn't been sleeping through the night, Tori mentioned in the caption that he has been transferred out of mom and dad's room and into his own. Joja has relished his first solid foods at the age of 5 months, and his favorites are sweet potatoes and oats. According to Tori, the baby has started rolling and is figuring out how to get around. She revealed that Joja, often known as Sis, loves his sister Lila and brother Jackson above all else. Joja also loves bath time, and Tori informed her fans that if given the option, the little child would spend 24/7 in the tub. Joja smiles broadly anytime he receives attention and enjoys being talked to. Mom and Dad are looking forward to days not being woken up at 4 a.m., but we're trying to love every stage of this guy's life because he truly is the best baby ever. Tori wrote as she wrapped up her caption for her admirers. Joja Luke, you are loved. More update. Tori Roloff grosses out Little People, Big World fans. Why? Former Little People, Big World cast member, although Audrey Roloff is often criticized for her parenting style, fans of TLC also hold her sister-in-law, Tori Roloff, responsible. Some critics of Lpbw attacked Tori this week, claiming she caused them discomfort. Continue to observe what seems to be the problem. The criticism directed against Audrey Roloff seems to have no effect on her, but her sister-in-law will smile in response. The TLC star, for example, grew agitated with those who believed she took advantage of the kids for money. In her clapback on the Well-Made podcast, she admitted that while they do help her make money, they take great care to safeguard the money for their children's future. Recently, Tori Roloff came under fire from TLC fans for publicly calling her daughter Lola a liar. In fact, some people thought she overstated the situation and seemed to favor her boys, Jackson and Joja. That helped explain why some people said she grossed them out. As Tori and her husband Zach Roloff share a lot on their new podcast, Raising Heights, Lpbw detractors have even more to complain about. Audrey Roloff is criticized for almost everything she does, as you may already know. Zach's wife also seems to irritate many of the Little People, Big World followers, though others claim they cannot identify the precise cause. One Lpbw viewer on Reddit seems to be rather annoyed with Tori Roloff. They vented in their caption, "I find Tori disgusting. I'm not sure why, but Tori really irritates and disgusts me. I simply needed to get that out of my system. I just don't like her as a person, and I find it annoying when she talks about her daughter. I don't see why everyone thinks Audrey is wonderful and whines about her, when they genuinely have the same traits of being obnoxious, embarrassed, and unaware. Although there was no extensive debate, several TLC viewers concurred that the mother of 3 occasionally came across as cringe. Here are a few responses. I didn't mind her till this past season. The way she talks about Layla is unbearable to me. It's acceptable to acknowledge that your child has other strengths, even if they aren't very good at dance. She goes too far, though. They make fun of her. Chris and Jacob's wife are the only members of the family that I like. Amy was impolite to my family simply for saying hello, and I live nearby. She attempts to speak like her best friend, Jill Duggar Dillard, and pretends to be a valley girl, which makes everyone cringe. How do you feel about Tori Roloff annoying and disgusting certain fans? Is it more than just exposing her daughter Lila on social media, in your opinion? More update. Little People, Big World's Tori Roloff marks son Joja's major milestone, and fans are in disbelief. Fans are in shock after Tori Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, celebrated her son Joshua's 3rd birthday, a significant milestone. The former TLC performer paid homage to her and Zach Roloff's youngest of 3 children on Instagram on April 30. Dude, happy birthday, Joja. When you feel like it, you are the greatest cuddler and are hilarious and obstinate. The loving mother wrote a caption for her post. You keep us all on our toes, and you're the best little brother we could have asked for. Tori continued to reflect behind a carousel pictures of the birthday kid wearing a green polo with his hair cutely slicked back. It's amazing to see how much you've grown this year and how self-reliant you've become. I admire your tenacity and independence. Nobody else will be able to dictate who you should be. She pinned, I love you so much, Sigai, and I can't wait to celebrate you all day long. Tori said in closing, cheers to your birthday. Instagram users were unable to comprehend in the comments that Zach and Tori's youngest son was already 3 years old. One person said, 3 already? What a lovely child. As someone more repeated, wow, 3 already and so cute, another said, oh my goodness, he's so handsome and grew so quickly. Another fan cried out, OMG, the most adorable 3-year-old ever. Others, meanwhile, believed Joja was beginning to look like a member of his own family. As he ages, he starts to resemble Jackson more and more. One Instagram user exclaimed, happy birthday, Joja, while another concurred, saying, he looks like Jackson. Zach and Tori have a 7-year-old son named Jackson and a 5-year-old daughter named Lila. Let us know in the comments. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.